black Z4M for almost 6 years now, and I went the naturally aspirated route. I've got the carbon airbox, I've got Catless headers, full exhaust, and I love that car. But you'll notice I'm in a silver Z4M today, and the reasoning? I'm seeing if I chose the right path. It's not a match at all. This thing just freight trains away, but not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Right up at the top, she boogies. Whoo! Oh my God. Wow. Now the question is, obviously, you have two cars that, although they're both Z4Ms, they have gone down such different paths. Would I do it the same way again, or would I do this? Man, it's a tough call. A money no object, I really do not know. The Airbox has more character because the ESS kit is so quiet, you don't even really hear the supercharger most of the time. So the Airbox is the more raw, like crazy sounding thing. But if you want to go fast, this is the way to do it. This ESS kit, it maintains so much of the factory drivability. It's unbelievable. The throttle response, the way it blips, it's all perfect. It's exactly how I remember my car being when it was stock. Easy to rev match downshifts. It still loves to rev. It is just the S54 with a whole lot more power. It's got a bit more mid-range punch all the way through the power band, and then up top it just gets crazy. So you can still go down a road like this and enjoy it without feeling totally out of control. What a testament to this chassis, that I can go down a road like this with this much power and it still feels perfectly at home. The cool thing about doing the Supercharger too is there's no need to do any other power mods. You don't need to go Catless headers and do all the other little tweaks and stuff because you already have so much power that you can actually just do an axle back, throw the blower on, and you're good to go in terms of like power modifications. But the fact that the power band is still so linear, it means you can still play with the car the way that you play with mine. It's not going to jump out at you. It's not going to do anything you don't expect. And obviously all the things that I love about my car are here. It's the right size, the driving position is fun, you're way back on the rear axle with the long nose out in front of you. It's a unique driving experience that is very hard to reproduce at anything resembling this price point. For mid $20,000, you are getting a very special driving experience. It's so much car. Considering the market right now, if you want something fun that you can do this kind of thing to, the Z4M is such an underrated platform. Especially the Roadsters, you can get these for so cheap by comparison to like an M3. and there's no sacrifice really in chassis rigidity. It's actually more rigid structurally than an E46 coupe. It doesn't weigh any more than the coupe. It's at 3,200 pounds. And so really, this is kind of the value choice of the S54 cars. For under 30 grand, you get a super clean one, and you've got such a fun car to drive with an excellent chassis, the engine that we all love, all the tunability, and you do this, and it's fast as hell. It is such a great way to do it right now. So did I choose the right path? Yes. For me, I did. But whoever built this car, they chose the right path for them too. Modifying a car is such a personal choice. There is not really a right or a wrong way to do it. If you want to go as fast as you possibly can, or you just want a supercharged car, this is how you're going to do it. And it's fantastic. You might catch flack from the naturally aspirated crowd for doing it, going, oh, you ruined the S54, it's supposed to be NA. It's like, this feels NA, it's just fast now. Whereas the stock one is quick, this is fast. So you're just adding power without detracting from any of the things that you love about that engine. So I don't know, for me, I'd probably go with the way I did things again, because I just love how the Airbox sounds. That's my favorite thing about it. That's why I bought it. But there is absolutely merit to going the supercharged route, because having this much power on tap in this little car or an M3 or something is so much fun, and you're gonna surprise people. So they're gonna go, oh, it's an old M, it's an S54, I'm just gonna walk it, and then this thing blows by. Whatever calls out to you and your car more, the way you're gonna use it, go that route. But you're not gonna be disappointed keeping your car NA or going supercharged. That's the moral of this story.